Hey y'all, it's been a little while. I wanted to check in. Let everybody know how we've been doing. There's a lot of people that were real invested with what was going on a couple of months ago. For those of you who maybe just joining us, we wound up in kind of a dicey situation. We were like losing like our home, and we had to kind of do some real quick pivoting to figure out what we are gonna do. With the help of like a lot of you folks out there, we bought an RV, and we had a friend who had some land. We moved the RV onto the land. We've been moving in kind of back in our hometown too, which before we were like a couple of hours away from everybody that we knew. Like I didn't have like a vehicle. Finding work was like crazy hard. Like we were getting by mostly by just uh, donating plasma and like giving people fluids for money, which is gross. Uh, but it was making some ends meet in a rough time. But now, like we're back home. Like we have like a stable place to live. We have a extremely accepting environment. We're among friends again. We're enjoying life a little bit more. And excellent news. Hang on, I just need to adjust my phone stand because my phone stand is this guy who is my car, which I got with a generous donation from our uh, tax return money. I picked it up for like $2,200. It's like a 2013 Ford Fiesta, which is pretty funny because the car that we had, like that I couldn't drive, is also a Ford Fiesta, but it was a manual, and this is an automatic. So like I've got like a vehicle, like I'm back to work. Right now it's just gig work, but I'm putting some feelers out in the area to try to get something a little bit more stable. Like gig work is freeing, but not trustworthy. Sometimes you go out and you make like 150 bucks in a day. Sometimes you go out and you make 12 bucks in a day. But I'm happy to be like back at work, back making money. We're paying rent to like our friend for like storing the RV like on his property. He has generously offered us a small section of the garage that we use for cooking and stuff. Like we've got like a hot plate, an instant pot, and a microwave, and that sort of thing. So we're doing it, man. Like I'm back to work. I'm so fucking happy. I feel like much better about everything. And that's all because of you guys. You guys made that happen, and I appreciate y'all. And I hadn't put anything up in a couple of months. A large part of that has just been uh, trying to settle in and get like a routine going. It's just hard, to like think of. I've mentioned this before. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to film. I don't know what people want to see. Like people say, like we just want to hear how you're doing, but that seems like I am boring, dude. Like I am not an interesting person. But yeah, I wanted to talk to y'all, talk to you about what was going on. I am back at the RV now. There's been a little bit of we've been trying to. So I got some uh, some wood from a Lowe's with a little bit more of our tax return money, and also some wood that we salvaged from some abandoned structures on the property. And I've been trying to build a deck, and I'm not a handyman. Like I'm doing my best, but it's rough going. Uh, I'm gonna be giving it another go here in a little bit. I've been saving up to buy a saw. I got a bunch of wood that like I kind of pulled off of like this abandoned barn thing that was like on the property, and then I got like a little bit more from Lowe's, and the lengths of it is not they don't line up. Like I can make like kind of a square, and then I don't have long enough boards for like the little floor joisties that prevent it from being all saggy. But like, I'm gonna pick up a saw and I'm gonna cut some of this stuff down, and then I'm gonna give it another go. And I need to, because let me tell you something. These little RV stairs drive me crazy. Every time I go up and down them, like, everything is sort of wobbly. Like, everybody inside the RV feels that it's wobbly. But I stopped by here while I was out working to get these, because it is 400% bright outside, and I need a little bit of extra help handling that, because I am not a person who does well with bright stuff. So yeah, wanted to stop by the RV, pick up my sunglasses, and probably just keep them in the glove box now that I have a glove box to keep them in. But yeah, we're all kind of moved in. I got a little table and a recliner, and then a pretty messy bed for me and the wife. And then we have a little dinette thing that is just catch-all for stuff. You know, we got a little TV mounted over here. The kids' room is back here. Nobody needs to see that. Still running into some power problems. Turns out if you buy an RV off of Facebook Marketplace, and you buy it for about $4,500, you maybe don't get the best option. Like, there's problems with this thing. Like, the electrical in it is pretty shot. This is actually nice. This is like the under the nerds. I'm blanking on what it's called. Fifth wheel, under the little fifth wheel goosenecky type thing. It's a little shaded. Anyway, the electric's in here, not great. We originally thought that it was just because, like, the outside plugs were like not strong enough for handling the power draw of it. But we did like some workarounds with that. We used like a different plug and just ran like a long power cord, and it actually almost, we may have almost lit some things on fire a little bit, but we didn't. Good for us. Very responsible, I know. Anyway, we're gonna need to get like an actual electrician to come out and take a look at the wiring in the RV, because I don't think it's right. So what we're doing right now is, one of the things that we're paying for, in addition to like spaces, we're also helping to chip in for the power bill, and we're just kind of running an extension cord from the outlets that we have access to, just in through this little area right here, and then plugging into like a couple of power strips that like feed back into the kids' room, so they've got power, and then like feed up into the living room / our bedroom. So we're making it work. It's a little awkward, but it's good. It's ours. Like, we're making our own way. We're getting time to like do like a couple of fun things, like not every single day is, oh no, how are we gonna live? Like we're paying bills, we're eating, we're spending time with our neighbor, the friend who's renting us the property. We're watching a lot of terrible movies. We rewatched. When I was a kid, Beastmaster is a movie that I loved a lot, and I was a little kind of terrified of it, mostly because there's these little trash bag monsters. They're like, I think they're supposed to be kind of bat guys, but I always thought of them as trash bag monsters, and they got kind of wing arms, and like they, you run into them and they go, and then like just bones fall on the ground. And as a child, that was terrifying, and I have to tell you that those guys are not as scary in your 40s as they were when you were like 6. Also, a shocking amount of sexual assault in Beastmaster that I didn't remember being like and from like the good guys, there's like a scene where the main character Dar like just finds like two girls kind of skinny dipping like in like by a waterfall, and like he just kind of creeps on them from the woods for a little while, and then sends his two little ferrets, who are the best parts of the movie, to steal their clothes. And then they go chasing after the ferrets to get their clothes, and he's like waiting in the woods and just sort of tackles one and like basically force makes out with her, and she's just like, I none of this please, and he's like, but how about a little of this? And then like the rest of the movie, like that's his love interest, and I don't know what to deal with that as like an adult person who knows kind of right from wrong, because that's pretty fucked up. But like he does it, and the movie frames it kind of like, isn't this a lovely romance story? And I'm like, no, I don't think it is. But yeah, there's other stuff in that movie that I didn't realize. John Amos is in it, which I don't know if you know who John Amos is, but he was if you've ever seen Coming to America with Eddie Murphy, John Amos is the American dad of like Eddie Murphy's love interest character, and he owns like a chain of not McDonald's called, I think, McDowell's, and like it's plaid like Scottish, but he's super not Scottish, but that's cool. But anyway, he's comedically hilarious, and in this movie he's a badass monk with a bow that will whoop your ass, and it's surprisingly believable, and I have a newfound respect for John Amos as an actor. He passed away like recently, I think last year, maybe the year before, which that's terrible, rest in peace. But like he's good in this. He's arguably better than me. Also, Rip Torn is the villain in Beastmaster, like Zed from Men in Black. I didn't remember that from being a child because I didn't know who people were when I was 6. Like they were just blobs that did things. But anyway, yeah, Beastmaster. Weird movie. Directed, I think, by Toby Hooper of like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre fame. It's either Toby Hooper or Don Coscarelli. I'm not sure. It's weird, so it could be either one of them. But yeah, it's a lot of fun if you overlook the horrible messaging involved. So I tentatively recommend it unless you have like deep-seated trauma that you're like not ready to like touch, because then don't watch Beastmaster, because there's bits that are pretty gross. But yeah, there's there's a character in the movie that is like, it's Beastmaster's dad, and he's like some sort of like ruler type, and his family like leads the resistance against like Rip Torn's villain, and you think that he's gonna reunite with like Dar, like his son, his long lost son, who was prophesied to defeat Rip Torn, and that they were going to like become family. But like this dude is just like, oh, that's definitely my long lost son, but fuck that dude. He needs to get the fuck out or I'll have him killed. And then he gets captured and then killed. And there's never a point like at any stage where like he accepts his long lost son, which that's weird. But anyway, I'm not making any sense anymore. I'm just talking gibberish. So I'm going to go. I want to get back into like stuff to entertain you guys soon. I don't have a lot of the tools that I used to have. Like I don't have app access and like hardware. Like I don't have a laptop anymore. So like editing videos is going to be problematic, and I have to figure out like a new way to do it. But I'm going to be working on that. But for the time being, just me running my mouth until I run out of breath, and then you might notice a little bit past that point is probably going to be what it's got to be. And I hope that some of you guys will hang out and listen to me ramble, and if not, that's cool too. But I love everybody, and I will talk to everybody soon. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.